Piers Morgan appeared on Australian television to promote his new TalkTV show and branded Meghan Markle the Queen of Woke before stating those who are part of cancel culture are sucking the joy out of life. Piers Morgan appeared on the Australian breakfast show today and unleashed on Meghan Markle for preaching about environmental issues despite living in a mansion and flying in private jets. Mr. Morgan also reflected on an interaction he had with an Australian lady in London who said wokies were sucking all the joy out of life. Mr. Morgan agreed, calling it a brilliant observation and said it was his mission to bring freedoms back to the world. Mr. Morgan spoke with Today presenters Karl Stefanovic and Allison Langdon about his new show and the royal family. Mr. Stefanovic joked he was surprised to see Mr. Morgan come round on Meghan Markle. The former GMB presenter laughed and remarked, "Well, she's the Queen of Woke. I think in many ways she represents this kind of mindset where she wants to right to everything that she does is fantastic. And everything anybody else does to criticize, it is appalling and they must be immediately cancelled and shamed and vilified, and that's not how democracies work. I'm afraid. The number of times they preach to us about the environment, those two clowns in their California mansion from Elton John's private jet." Mr. Morgan then recalled an interaction he had with an 80-year-old Australian lady in London who came up to him and said she was behind him on the Markle debacle. He explained the woman was angry at people who are woke and that they want to suck the joy out of life and wanted Mr. Morgan to change that. He added, "It was a brilliant observation. Actually at its heart, it's about sucking the joy out of life. It's about taking any of the fun and crashing it into a cesspool of funless, joyless, horrible, cancelled nothingness, and I see my role in life as to take this on and bring the joy back to life and the freedom back to the world." Later in the interview, Mr. Morgan reflected on the wider royal family and the health of the Queen and hoped she would pull through. He agreed the monarch had gone through a lot, such as the Prince Andrew case and the loss of Prince Philip, and joked a weekly meeting with Boris Johnson would finish anyone off. Background: Harry and Meghan Markle haven't visited the UK as a couple since they stepped aside as senior royals 2 years ago, but it's thought they are preparing to return for a special visit this summer. The Queen will commemorate her Platinum Jubilee in June with the Sussexes and their 2 children, Archie and Lilibet, expected to attend. While tensions between Harry and certain members of the firm may still be high, he enjoyed a dinner date with his cousin and her husband nearby to their California home. In the photos, Harry can be seen smiling and glancing at Meghan, whilst Jack and Eugenie look equally as happy. Harry and Eugenie also enjoyed a sporty night out as they sat next to each other in a private box at Los Angeles' Sophie Stadium for Sunday night's star-studded game. Eugenie could be Harry's last chance to fully mend his damaged bonds with the royal family. Prince Harry and his first cousin Princess Eugenie have always been close. Ever since they were children messing around on the slopes of Klosters, Switzerland, they struck up a loving empathy. She is friends with Meghan too and was close to his 2 previous girlfriends Chelsea Davy and Cressida Bonas, who both attended her wedding to Jack Brooksbank. Eugenie, who is close to the Queen, is one of his only connections to the royal family. She refuses to abandon him.